Hey fam, welcome back. Welcome back to another video. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Wishing you all are off to a great weekend. This is Shauna over here at Moments with Us, and we'll be doing our news, comments, and reports like we do every single Saturday. So stay tuned. Hopefully you all are doing well, and we're going to jump right into today's video. Let's see exactly what's being talked about in the comments, what's going on around the globe, and some other things. Let's get the video started. So before we jump right into the comments, you guys, I wanted to give you guys a glimpse of our future. If some of you do not know, some of you do know about these 15-minute cities. So here's some more information about that. They're called C40. So C40 is a network of mayors of nearly 100 world leading cities. So it's cities that's trying to have more control over climate control and basically have a future where everything is limited and you don't need as much to live off of. So some of the key things that they're trying to do with these 15-minute cities are they're working towards people not having any private vehicles. They want people to have maybe 3 clothing items per year. So most likely people will be more so in the house, no meat or dairy. They don't want people traveling as often. They want people to take maybe 1 flight every 3 years, 2 flights maybe every 5 to 6 years, so and so and so on. Little to no travel. Keep people within these cities and be happy with whatever is given to them. Let us know if you already knew about these 15-minute cities and if this is something that can possibly happen in the near future. This actually is already in place in certain parts of the world, believe it or not. So let's go on with the rest of the video. I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there and let people know, like, the sense of control is already happening. It's already, in place. It's about how far would things get. All right, let's head into some of these comments. So first comment comes from Rose. Update, absolutely at war. That's why shortages on everything and only getting worse. But when SHTF, that's when our government will tell us citizens because of panicking. So I did ask a question the last news, comments, and reports video. I asked, do you think we are at war? So this is one of the answers. So thank you, Rose, for coming to the comments and sharing your opinion in the comments. Yes, and it's very true. The government, even though the government is in plain sight now, just doing things, there's still more behind the scenes. The stuff that we're seeing is nothing to what they're probably brewing up behind the scenes, and it's not going to be until after everyone start panicking till they're going to let us know, boom, well, this is what's happening, and you're practically on your own. All right, so next comment do come from Sled. And Sled states, this is just the very beginning of hard times. China just went public. They are allies with Russia now. So when the war that NATO and Biden started goes into full swing, China will just shut us down. And that's one of my main concerns, because being that we rely so heavily on China, like, they don't even, I've been saying this, they don't need the missiles, they don't need the guns, they don't need to send their peoples over here or anything like that. They can just shut us completely down just like that. So it goes on to say, when that happens, everything will become short in supply. And everything means everything. Well, blame the government because they're the ones who caused it. But of course, they do not act like it. Endless, reckless spending is another cause for high inflation. Biden has given freely 200 billion of your tax money to Ukraine, and the purse is still open. No other country has done this than the good old USA. The day is coming when there will be no more free money. because there will be no more to give because our government has bankrupted us into poverty. And that's one of the main things as well, pushing more people into poverty because the more people that goes into poverty, the easier it is to control us. Sled, thank you so much for sharing this comment in the comments. I always appreciate your informative comments. All right, so some of the rules of war is to cut off the supply chains, hit the fuel lines, cause strife and division, destroy wealth, disarm citizens, affect transportation, silence important communications, create diseases, insert lies, propaganda, and confusion, and make yourself look like a savior. So, if any of these have been put into effect and you noticeably notice these things, let us know in the comments down below. 1 second, guys. If you are new here and you're into this video, please take a moment to consider subscribing to the channel. Turn your notification bells on so you will not miss an upload. And of course, if you are returning, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in to this Saturday's news, comments, and reports, guys. Thank you all so much for the support. Let's continue on with the video. Though Walmart do have a good amount of stores, Walmarts have been closing left to right. So it says Walmart to close 2 more underperforming stores. The company did go ahead and confirm that. All right, so it does say, and it is confirmed, 2 locations in Portland, Oregon will close on March 24th because these stores weren't meeting financial expectations, but this decision to close both were based on several factors. And I think with more people shopping online, it would drive more in-person stores to close. Because in all reality, especially like if you live in a city, you really do not have to step foot outside to go to a store. Anything can actually possibly be delivered to you if you live like in the inner city. You just go online and usually most and all stores are willing to deliver to you. And you know what? As convenient as it is, that's exactly what they want. So someone goes on to state China could shut down imports for a month and grind us to a halt. Empty shells, anarchy, and then tell us they will resume shipping as long as we're a good little lapdog from now on. And they can go just like that quickly as I snap my fingers. And as stated before, someone says, I think about this all the time. China can wage war on us without ever flying a jet or boarding a ship. We are disgustingly dependent on them. Someone else says, we better start getting our meds under our control and resume manufacturing here. And when they say here, they mean here in the United States of America. All right, so someone else do state, I'm already noticing the pinch the last 4 months. Freight volumes are down. Rates are in the toilet. I've never sat in California for more than 3 days waiting for a decent paying load. Now it's been a week. The last 2 times I've gone there. So this person is waiting there for freight. And like they said, rates are in the toilet. They never sat in California for more than 3 days. Now they're sitting there for a week waiting for a decent paying load. And it's crazy because there was this trucker shortage, a little while back. And, with the whole trucker shortage and everything, you would expect for the truckers that are out there, getting the freight, getting the loads for it to be picked up. But we must still be in very short supply of a lot of things for this person to be sitting there from 3 days to a week for a decent paying load. Now, ain't that something? All right, so someone else stated something to think about. Biden is now going to impose 200% tariffs on aluminum imported from Russia. Russia produces 6% of the world's aluminum. My guess is this is once again going to be affecting the supply of canned goods. Might be a good time to stock up on canned goods and pet foods now. There was supposed to be an aluminum shortage for about a good year now. The reason why certain canned goods are now being made so cheaply. Um, I'm not really too sure. I have not really looked into it or have an update with the aluminum. But by next video, I would go ahead and do some research and see how true this is. But we have been having supposed to been having at least an aluminum shortage for a while now. So definitely guys stock up on those canned goods, anything that's in the aluminum, category. So some lab grown meat pushed by Wef and Bill Gates as a remedy for climate change. Oh my. Is made of immortalized cancer cells. If you want to read this article, it will be in a pinned comment down below. So check it out. All right, so here's some survival foods that they're saying you need to grow now. So peas, root vegetables, many herbs you can grow in a house, beans, potatoes, and onions. So I'm going to leave this picture right here on the screen. If you want to screenshot it, now is a good time. Not everyone is a gardener, um, but some things you can grow at home. I'm not going to leave any crazy tips on gardening just because I'm not an expert in that field. But I know that you can grow many herbs definitely around your house. All right, so lastly, we're going to go ahead and share some pictures that was sent over by John. So it definitely seemed like the coolers are still going down. Could it be the parts in these coolers are manufactured maybe like in China or something like that? I'm not too sure. But coolers going down, as they say at least it's going down, are becoming so normal. And once the coolers do reach a certain temp, they do say they are not allowed to sell these items. So it says coolers broken, cannot sell product. So thank you, John, for sending that on over. If you guys see more problems with the freezers in your stores, let us know in the comments down below. And over at Walmart for this week, I actually seen some broken coolers myself. I'll share it here. All right, so just the yellow tape going straight across, and they had the boxes and the freezers. So this actual picture, there's a walkthrough coming up next week for our Walmart's weekly walkthrough. So definitely stay tuned for that as well. So we're also starting to have a lot of freezer issues in our local Walmart over here in New Jersey as well. So I want to thank you all for tuning in, coming along to this Saturday's news, comments, and reports. Of course, always leave your thoughts in the comments down below. That's what the comments are there for. Let us know how you're staying prepared. How are you prepping? And what are you doing to stay ahead of the plan, the game, whatever it is? Let us know in the comments down below. So this is Shauna, and I'm checking out from Moments with Us. Make sure that you all stay prepped, stay blessed, and stay safe. Most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings.